Think I heard you coming. Shit. No, never mind. Dude, I just had like the realization for a second. I looked at I had my PC on before because I had to load it up and make sure I'm ready to go because I got to film. I got to film tonight. I need to desperately film some things before I go to work tomorrow. Holy shit, man! I've been so exhausted these last couple days. I haven't been able to sleep very well. Um, so Daniel Barry, what's up, my man? So obviously my shoulder's been all fucked up. I reactivated another injury that I have, which is like my ab muscle here. Um, and it's just that's something I'm pretty sure it's like a hernia or something, and it is had me fucking all fucked up the last couple days where I've slept like 2 hours Friday night, um, an hour the night before. Dude, I was sleeping. I finally passed out today and just slept all day, like literally the entire day. I was asleep. Mike, what's up, man? Leangelo, what's going on, guys? So yeah, just I'm a fucking broken man right now. But I'm okay. I feel good now, so we're all good. D-Star, what's up, bro? Um, we're all good. I now I'm up and I don't know how I'm gonna function because I've been sleeping the entire fucking day. I passed out at like 1 o'clock and woke up about 3 hours ago. I think I'm just catching up on sleep. Long work week, not a lot of sleep in general. You know, sometimes you just need to catch up. Happens. But I'll be back. I'll be good to go. Kenyon Sadiq is the next tight end. He's basically just a receiver. Yeah, dude, goaded. I saw his whole thing, his whole combine. That guy is a freak, and I can't believe he's not like I guess it's because I'm not big on the draft prospects this year. I'm not really paying attention as much. But like he's a guy in my opinion, and he was a great college tight end who's shooting up the draft boards because of exactly what you said. He's basically a wide receiver in a tight end's body, and it's nuts. Like I think he's everything that we thought Kyle Pitts would be, and he's going to be insane. I like him a lot. I think he's going to get picked very early, and he's going to be a weapon wherever he ends up. Better than working all day. You're right, Esau. There's worse things I could have been doing all day for sure. It was a nice refreshing day. I haven't been able to sleep much like that, so I think I got myself reset, and hopefully tomorrow I can go to bed at a normal hour. But the Titans, I'm taking him fifth or whatever pick they had. I think he would be a perfect fit in Tennessee. I think he gives a security blanket to a guy like Cam Ward. I think the Titans are a team that like they need to try to find a wide receiver that's available, like a big time wide receiver, and go get him too. Irish King, what's up, my man? How are we? Um, dude, I had a great weekend. I didn't bet on anything today because I just hated everything on the slate. But last night, St. Mary's was like, the St. Mary's has paid me for like the next 2 weeks. Not that I took them for that much, but um, they no, I threw the hammer down on St. Mary's. I fucking loved them last night. Titans should draft Sadiq and trade for AJ Brown back. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly perfect person. A guy like AJ Brown. I know he was there already. Um, but that's the kind of guy they need. They need like a big time wide receiver that's available in the trade market. You know, give up whatever kind of pick you need to, and go get a guy that you could bring in and be, a number one receiver for a guy like Cam Ward. Like set him up for success. Like you said, bring Sadiq in, draft a guy like Sadiq, get an AJ Brown, and I think the Titans, start going in the right direction with that. That's the thing with these young quarterbacks. They need targets that can get open. They need wide receivers that are veterans, or a guy like Sadiq who is going to be a freak and be open. All like that. That guy is, like you said, he's a weapon. He's a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. It's amazing, and it's gonna be good. Anyway, but yeah, what's everybody been up to? I went to the St. John's game yesterday. That was fun. Like I had a pretty good weekend overall. Haven't really been streaming much because I've just been tired, and I've been filming a bunch of shit. I gotta say, gaming with Flay is going very well so far. It's actually going way better than I could have expected. The impressions on that channel are great. I'm enjoying filming shit for that. It's been fun. Obviously, this is my main source of like social media is talking to you guys here, and this is my favorite thing to do. I love this shit, man. I appreciate you guys. Every single one of you that gives me, the chance to sit here and talk to you guys. It's amazing. Who do you have winning March Madness? I gotta say, it's tough, man, because I think there's the big three. Obviously, you got your Arizona, your Duke, your Michigan, and to me, it's gonna be one of those three. I love Arizona. I think Arizona like checks all the boxes for me in terms of like, I like teams that are efficient. on offense, play good defense, and rebound the basketball. Like that's my big three. And really, three of the teams that like obviously Duke, Michigan, Arizona are the three teams that do that better than everybody. Arizona to me does it slightly better than the other two. And Arizona's played a gauntlet of a schedule this year. Their Big 12 is not easy. And I'm not saying the ACC is easy. I'm not saying the Big 10's easy. But Arizona's done it with a much tougher schedule. I think they're, as long as Koa Pete stays healthy, I think they're the best team in college basketball. I would take Arizona. Miguel, what's up? My Cinderella. I know they just got blasted by Duke on Saturday, but I think Virginia is going to ruin a lot of brackets this year. I like same sort of thing with me. Same like offensive efficiency. Now, offensively, it's not, Virginia is a lot more high paced team than they've been. It's not the same type of Virginia where they're like, oh, like Cinderella's like low grade teams. Okay, hold on. Then Virginia's not what I'm talking about. Like Virginia's not a Cinderella, but like I'm in terms of like the next three, like out of behind the second three, behind the first three. I like Virginia. I like Florida. Um, Cinderellas though, like low, like mid major teams. Let me think about that for a second. Um, I do really like I think like St. Louis, I know they've lost a couple of games in the A10, but they're a team that like they can offensively play with anybody in the country. I think they're a team that can make a little run. I'm trying to think these like lower grade schools. Like well, off the top of my head, Merrimack's a good team. Like I there might be like a 14 or a 13, 14 seed coming out of the MAC. They're pretty good. They're a team that they have bigs. They have good bigs that like they can compete with like bigger schools. I think they might be a little bit of a. I like the Stephen F. Austin team out of the Southland too. Stephen F. Austin's another one that can run and gun with anybody. Belmont is really good too. There's a lot of teams in that Missouri Valley goaded. Belmont, Northern Iowa, whoever wins that conference, they are not going to be. That's a conference that whoever comes out of there, that's not going to be a good first round matchup for anybody. But Belmont, you're right. I think Belmont out of all of them is the best one. And if they get in the tournament, they could be scary. But they'll probably be like a 12, 11, or 12 seed. Not bad. Did pretty good yesterday across all sports. Wrecked a couple games mid afternoon, but came back on the late night games. Irish King, I loved yesterday. I loved Alabama A&M, and I lost that in a heartbreaker. But St. Mary's got it all back. St. Mary's was like my hammer of the day. I felt like the public was going to be all over Gonzaga, and I got lucky at the end of the night. They were plus 3.5 going into the game, so it was like this is insane. I had St. Mary's as like in terms of my spread. I had St. Mary's favored in that game, so worked out good for me. Kings fired Jim Hiller. I did not see that. Damn, well, that's tough. Yeah, the Kings have been a weird like team this year, but Tyreek Hill is a free agent. Where do you think he goes? Irish King. My thoughts on Tyreek Hill is that I don't think he plays another down of football in the NFL. I really don't. I think that injury he had is so bad. Um, for a guy who had like his like major leg injury at his age and his best thing is his speed, I can't imagine he ever plays again. I'd be shocked. Um, I'm sure some team will take a flyer route on him, but I don't think he's ever going to be the same Tyreek Hill. It's just he's like 31, 32 years old, right? I think Tyreek Hill's up there. I might be wrong about his age, but it's been around for a while. I don't see him ever playing again, but we'll see. You never know. The way no team is signing Tyreek, and if they do, it's going to be yeah, exactly like goaded. Exactly. Odell Beckham's the perfect example of that. Like a guy at the end of his career who has a major leg injury, probably not coming back. Tyreek Hill back to Kansas City. I mean, if anybody, probably Kansas City might take a flyer on him, but I can't imagine he's like I said. I can't see him playing again. It would be shocking. Pure knowledge coming from that. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm trying here. I don't think I'm an expert in anything, but hey, what are you gonna do? Whew, yeah, but a little bit of a crazy weekend, I would say. A lot going on for sure. What was I talking about before? Oh, but yeah, with the NCAA tournament, it's going to be very interesting because I do think there's clear, strong teams in Michigan, Duke, Arizona. There's a couple teams like Florida, Virginia. Those teams I think could give them trouble. We'll see. Pure knowledge come from that hat. Hell yeah, Cane Tree. Um, it's going to be an interesting tournament, and I can't wait. Very fired up for it. But yeah, Belmont was a good pull. Goated. I like kind of forgot about them. Anyway, um, what else is going on? Uh, I'm trying to think. Just like very, very blurry for me today. Odell won a ring with the Rams. He did, but he had a major. He had like a major knee injury while he was with the Rams. Like, and that kind of like derailed his career afterwards. If I were the Jets, I'd take Bailey at 2. I probably would too. I'm with you on that. I think that he's the exact guy the Jets need, and in terms of like personnel, I I don't know. Like I'm afraid of Arvell Reese, even though he had a good combine. I don't think he's the kind of player the Jets need. I don't know, man. I feel like the Jets are in a weird spot with that, and you're right. Bailey's probably the type of guy that like, they really need that like sideline to sideline guy, like a guy to like really quarterback the defense, and I think Bailey is more so that than anybody. Even like a Caleb Downs, I would like too, but the Jets need help on defense one way or another. It's like they desperately need defensive help. They're in a place to do it. They're in a place to get the right guy, and I think I'm with you, Goated. Bailey might not be like graded that high, but in terms of a guy who's going to come in day one and change that defense, I think a Caleb Downs could do that. I'm not so certain Arvell Reese is the kind of guy that can do that, but we'll see. The Browns are taking the quarterback again. Wouldn't shock me. The way the Cleveland Browns are run, that's like that organization. They screwed up everything with their quarterbacks last year. We could go into that for um, you know how I feel about all that. Just warning you, the Jets are drafting Taylor Green at some point. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Browns need a new quarterback. They do. I mean, look, the Browns drafted 2 quarterbacks last year, and we can go into the argument of like what like personally I felt like Shador Sanders last year showed way more than Dylan Gabriel ever did, but I don't think the Browns really gave either one of them a chance to succeed. It's hard. I'm just talking pure facts. Hey, I'm trying here, Kane. Like the Browns really did not do a good job of allowing either one of those kids to succeed. Like throwing Dylan Gabriel to the Wolves and then getting rid of like Joe Flacco and not having anybody there to really show these kids the way was terrible. And I think the Browns ruined, in a way, they ruined at least one career in Dylan Gabriel's, because I think Dylan Gabriel could have hung around the league for a while as like a backup, but he showed so little last year. It kind of derailed everything for him. I feel like the Browns did such a disservice to him. 40-yard dash and verticals barely mean anything as a quarterback. He's about to get overshot up in the draft. Taylor Green? Why do you have he had a good combine? But no, it is like it's all interesting. The Browns are gonna probably draft another quarterback. It's all like I just felt like the way the organization handled uh, Gabriel and Sanders was so horrible. Like both those kids deserve so much better than that shit. Dylan Gabriel played so much better than Shador did, but you know what it is? Dylan Gabriel, in my opinion, had a lot of flaws in terms of like his arm strength just wasn't there. I felt like he was very awkward. Like it just didn't look like he was ready day one as a quarterback. Like I think Shador Sanders had a little bit more like in terms of just like competence, looking competent as a quarterback. I felt like Shador Sanders looked slightly more competent. And I agree with you. Like Dylan Gabriel didn't play that bad. It's not that he was like terrible out there, but there's a lot of tools that you look at in a quarterback that like with Dylan Gabriel, I didn't think he had it. Gayest hat ever. Thanks, Jerry. Green ran the second fastest 40-yard dash in history of quarterbacks. That's pretty damn impressive. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't see anything. What do you think of the Dolphins being the next phase of evolution? What do you mean the next phase of evolution? The media tricking you, Flay. You got to look at the stats. It's generally not close. No, I've looked at the stats. Like I understand. Like trust me. I know. Obviously, people are so advanced in like, oh, Shador this, Shador that. Like Dylan Gabriel was not a bad quarterback. He wasn't terrible. I think his arm strength. I think some of the decision making. I don't see it with Dylan Gabriel. Like that's like more of the eye test and everything. Stats wise, yeah, sure. The guy was definitely better. It's tough, man. I think from what I saw, from what I watched, it felt like Shador had a little more control of what was going on. But that also could be an indicator of the way they prepared. Like I've been adamant, goaded that like I think the way they treated Dylan Gabriel was so awful, and the way like I think Dylan Gabriel got screwed over more than anybody in this whole situation with the Browns. Like they threw him to the wolves. he never really looked comfortable out there, even though he played well enough. Like, I don't know. This is a whole different thing. You got any snacks? Do I have any snacks? Also, I sharded and need advice. What do you need advice for? Like, you need advice to how to like move on from sharding, like in public. Who would win, Optimus Prime versus all five of the original Power Rangers? I don't know the answer to that. I would like to think Optimus Prime, but it's a good question. Let's see. Should I waddle out of here or use my jacket or what? Well, where are you, first of all? I'm more interested in whether or not God has a huge hog swinging down there. What do you mean? If he has a huge hog, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. You ever had a poop bruise? I don't even know what that is. Hey, sexy man. What's up, Zach? How the fuck are we? The real one who got screwed was Stefanski. Well, that too. I think Kevin Stefanski should be back. I don't understand why he got fired. I think he did the most with what he had to work with. North Korea is what is keeping the world working. I don't know how true that is. But hey. John Smithy, what's up, my man? Cut or uncut, bro? Me? I love that. Like, I always get a question every single stream, no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're talking about. Somebody always comes in here and asks me if I'm circumcised. And I don't really know how to answer that. Dude, I've been scrolling YouTube live streams. Someone else was just talking about if God has a dick or not. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I guess it's a trending topic right now. Wiping is for the weak is crazy. You gotta wipe, man. Also, the hat is insane. Yeah, man. Listen, it gets people to stop. It gets people to go, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? My stank tank be so tight, it can be the glove your meat stick. Wow. That's just crazy. World War III, how we think it, for how we feeling. I mean, it's crazy that we're getting it. We're here. Like, it was bound to happen someday. It was, the World War III was bound to happen with all the conflict going on in the world. We were on the way, and we're there. I'm fucking freaking out. Why are you freaking out? Flayday's payday. What's up, John Smithy, my guy? Can you get my cat to surrender to a ceasefire with the litter box? I think you'd rather it go in the litter box than anywhere else. I don't know why you would want a ceasefire there. I don't know why you'd want it anywhere else. I wipe before I use the toilet. It's more efficient. Why your hat so small? Yeah, Dirk, I don't know, man. I ordered the big hat. They sent me this little piece of shit. I don't know, man. You were freaking out, man. Not me. I'm chilling, man. There's supposed to be a blackout for 10 days, and the thing said be prepared. Where is that there's going to be a blackout? Dude, Tavros, you know what's funny? I know a guy who, like, he says he washes his hands before he takes a piss because he knows his dick's clean. He doesn't want his dick to get dirty from his hands. I think that's efficiency. Johnny B, what's up, man? The fuck going on, bro? Did you steal that hat? No, I bought it. Shockingly, I paid for this one. Hey, Flay, you remember me? I do, Bacon. What's going on, man? World War III or just playing in the sandbox again? Did you steal that hat? Nope. It's on Facebook. You can't believe anything you see on Facebook, man. Like, Facebook, Facebook is like the ultimate place. Like, it's old people that get fucking fooled by fake news and fucking AI. Facebook, you can't trust anything you see on Facebook anymore. It's just always the worst. It's actually funny. I wipe before I shit so I don't get anything on my hands. Let it crust, and after it falls off, eventually in chunks. Okay, that's like, that's crazy, dude. I was gonna try. I was gonna try to like keep the bit going, Tavros, but you kind of fucked me up there. That's good. One look at this, and I shut the sound before leaving. That's all right, man. As long as you keep watching, I'm still getting the fucking watch hours, so I don't care. You don't have to listen. It does not bother me. It really, like, if you're gonna sit there and leave it on, is what it is. Shout out to Anita Hardcock. How does it feel that Amari Stoudemire and Doc Rivers are about to be Hall of Famers before Bill Belichick? I like how my voice got all fucked up there, so I started sounding like Doc Rivers. Hold on. I think it's crazy that Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Famer. Really. Something like, bro, good to see people take a joke. Tavros, appreciate it, man. I'm just chilling, dude. I enjoy this shit. I love when you guys come in here and fuck with me. I think it's the best thing ever. Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers. I think it's like, it's the idea of like the different sports goated. I think different sports have different levels of, what's the word? Standards. But still, if Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Famer, nobody is. So it's fucked up. You're right. It doesn't shock me in terms of like Amari Stoudemire and Doc Rivers getting into the Hall of Fame, but it's more shocking that Bill Belichick, like, I don't think that should be a condemnation on Amari Stoudemire and Doc Rivers. It should be a condemnation on The people that didn't vote for Bill Belichick. That's the problem. Is that a big hat or I got to stop drinking? Definitely a big hat. Go Sabres, baby. I lost my tablet or something for 1 month or 28 days, but when me and my mother was cleaning my room, dude, Bacon, that happens every time. Is like when you can't find something and somebody else looks, it's like it was fucking right in plain sight all the time. It happened recently. My When was the last time that happened to me? I don't know. Actually, it didn't happen it wasn't very recent, but a while ago. Um, I couldn't find something in my house, and my buddy came over and looked for it and found it in fucking 2 minutes. I have shit on my ass. Nice. That hat fits perfectly. Who the fuck can tell the story of football without Bill Belichick? He's the greatest. He's the most successful coach in the history of football. It's absolutely insane that he's not going into the Hall of Fame first ballot. Hall of Famers should be the ones in the sport that you couldn't tell with the story without. Exactly. No, Adam Shine is dead on right with that. If you're telling the story of the sport, and you have to tell the story with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is a massive piece of football history. The fact he isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer is crazy. I'm sure as hell tell the story of basketball without Amari. See, goaded. I actually don't know, man. I honestly do, like. I think I would argue that point about Amari Stoudemire because I think when you talk the history of basketball, like as crazy as it sounds, I think a big piece of basketball today, and I'm going to argue this point, is I think basketball changed a ton when Mike D'Antoni put his system together because I think a lot of what goes on today in basketball is very based on Mike D'Antoni's system. And there's a ton of teams out there that run a system where it's like run and gun as fast as you can, get a fucking shot up. And a big piece of what Mike D'Antoni did in the first place was Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire, his ability to spread the defense as a big man, his ability to hit jump shots and his ability to spread the floor as a guy who could also rock the rim, you know, changed the way the sport plays. You could tell it without Amari. No, you can't tell it without Amari. That's what I'm saying. Is Amari Stoudemire was a big piece of that because he was a guy who could spread the defense and allow Mike D'Antoni's system to work. Yes, Steve Nash was a massive part of that, mega part of it. But if you don't have a big man that could spread the floor and create the separation and the spread offense that Mike D'Antoni would run, it's absolutely part of it. That's like saying the triangle offense makes John Paxson a Hall of Famer. You couldn't run it without him. Okay, that's obviously different. The triangle offense was based on having a guy like the archetype of like Michael Jordan, the archetype of Kobe Bryant. The point guard was kind of secondary in the triangle offense. It's a different type of offense. The biggest thing about Mike D'Antoni's system is the big men spreading the floor in the pick and roll, and there was nobody better at running it than Amari Stoudemire. Shout out Flavor Flight. What's up, John? You eat corn the long ways. I don't. It's a popularity contest. Look at Leslie O'Neal, who played in the NFL, was tied with Lawrence Taylor for 10th all time in sacks, yet he still isn't in the Hall of Fame. Chatty, that's the thing. Like, you could say that about every Hall of Fame. Every Hall of Fame has its like popularity contest. I think the worst one's the Baseball Hall of Fame. But you're right. There's guys who, there are guys who, what's the word? Who don't get in the Hall of Fame or do get in the Hall of Fame because of the popularity. I could definitely tell the story of basketball without Blake Griffin, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. You're probably right, Goated. I mean, if you're doing like a 3-hour documentary, I think a big part of basketball history is the Chris Paul to the Lakers thing. I think David Stern, that kind of changed the face of the Los Angeles Clippers. That turned the Clippers from a running joke to like a real legitimate organization. I don't think it's crazy to say Blake Griffin is a part of basketball history because it created Lob City and created this big thing in Los Angeles that really finally made Los Angeles a two-team city, which is still a Lakers town by a mile. I think the Clippers get a little more respect because of everything that went on, because of a guy like Blake Griffin who started the the trajectory of them. If that's all right. Wait, you're gay? I'm not. I dislike how the way people have the mindset that you wanting to be single is you being selfish, which is annoying. People need to change their mindset. People's minds are poisoned by relationships. I mean, okay, that's something to dig into. I would say, I think we've created this idea that the perfect that the standard is supposed to be, you know, you grow up, you meet somebody, you get married, you have kids, and I don't think that's the cookie. It's the cookie cutter thing, and I don't think it's for everybody. So I think you got a point in a way. The reliability of the electric grids that power the United States and Canada is worsening, and tens of millions of people face growing risk of blackouts over the next 5 years. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of anything about that, but that's the most hilarious ad I've ever seen. I got two of them, so I am aghast. I got a second one. Where is it? Ah, shit. It's a little far. I might have to reach. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I got two. So, who would you want babysitting your kids? A far right nationalist or an LGBTQ plus activist? I wouldn't want either. Again, there's nothing. There's the thing. I support the LGBTQ community, but I think you're talking about somebody who's like an extremist, right? Is that what you're trying to get at, Squirrel? Like, but I think anybody who's far on either side of the fucking fence, I wouldn't. I'm good. Baseball Hall of Fame is definitely the worst. The Baseball Writers of America are a bunch of clowns. Chatty, I'm with you 100%. The Baseball Hall of Fame is such a joke. Like, I don't even respect it anymore because of the writers that, like, these writers think they're, like, the best things on earth. They're, like, they pat themselves on the back for shit. Like, the fact that Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame, but David Ortiz is the biggest slap in the face. David Ortiz took steroids just like Barry Bonds did. Same with Mike Piazza. Like, I'm a diehard Mets fan. Mike Piazza was my first favorite player ever. If you're going to put Mike Piazza in the Hall of Fame, you're going to put David Ortiz in the Hall of Fame, Barry Bonds belongs there too. Hey, Islander fan. Me too. I love the Islanders, man. She's a 10, but she's trans. Not a 10, in my opinion. And again, that's to each their own. Some people like that stuff. I don't. You remember me? It's Sawyer Wilson. What's going on, man? Long time no see. Bro, what the fuck is that hat? That's sick. Yeah, I got two of them. It's a Noggin Boss hat. It's the only two ones they make in the teams that I like. So if they ever make a Knicks one, if they ever make a Mets one, I will have them both. Rest in peace, Dominique Ponder. That was so sad, goated. I didn't hear what happened, but, you know, anytime you see a college-age kid die, it's horrible, man. It's just so sad. Hi, long time no see. Inez, what's going on? Yeah, very long time no see. I'm on the island. So am I. I love Long Island for the sights, and because I'm from here, I'm born and raised. Getting really hard to live here and afford it. Clemens too. Roger Clemens too. 100%. I'm with you on that. Roger Clemens at his peak was probably one of the best pitchers of all time, if not the best pitcher in the history of baseball. Do you like dirt bikes? I think dirt bikes are cool. I think that's a teach their own thing. I don't like dirt bikes myself. I won't ride one. I think they're dangerous, but that's also because I'm clumsy and a big dumb idiot. I think people who like dirt bikes, like, good for you. I think it's a cool hobby, and I think they're cool to watch, like, you know, drive around. That's about it. It was a car crash. That's horrible. You know what's fucked up, goated? And he was a Colorado quarterback. There was a girl who went to my high school that, like, I knew. She grew up down the road from me. She played lacrosse at Colorado, and she died in a car crash out there. And it's so it was unbelievably sad. I didn't know her that well, like, we weren't friends, but she grew up down the road from me and played lacrosse at Colorado and died in a car crash. That was sad. I know her brother decently well, but that's pretty sad. Like I guess I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, but damn, that's terrible. It sucks to see, like, a college age kid like that with full potential, with a life ahead of them. It's brutal. Man, a lot of shit has happened. I got suspended from school. Why'd you get suspended? Shut up, Vicky McSticky. I'm a Met fan too. Met Mike. Hubby is a crummy Yankee fan. That's all right, Mad Rush. Listen, to each their own. I think that's a great relationship. Like, you know, when you have one Met fan, one Yankee fan, I think that's cool as fuck. I think it creates it creates a fun little rivalry within the house. I think that's very cool. Yo, what's up with the stupid hat? AS, what's up, man? What about emotos? Those confuse me, but I don't know, man. It kind of takes the whole idea out of riding a bike. I'm sorry, I was in UAE and we had to leave fast, so I couldn't watch. Oh, man. Well, stay safe, Inez. Dang, bro, you gonna cry? Probably. Like, you made fun of my hat, so yeah. Kind of hit me hard. You hit me where it hurts, man. Hold on. First Kyron Lacey, then Rondell, then Ayatollah. Such promising football talents. That's crazy, dude. Holy shit. Not bro. What do you mean, Shelby? World has gone nuts, my friend. Yeah, Flunsky, we're in a weird time right now. This is we are in a part of history that is going to be in textbooks in about 30 years. So it's unbelievable. It really, it was something that it felt like any day it was going to happen, and we're pretty much well on our way, if not already in a World War III situation. You got your hand on your no-no zone? Me? No, no. My hands are in my pockets. I got one hand holding the phone, my other hand in my pocket. I definitely took too many shrooms. You could have, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, but when the Jets lose, which is a lot, don't go near those fans. They are grumpy. Like me? I don't even get grumpy anymore about the Jets. The Jets can't affect me with their fucking horrific football team. The guy's a troll. He's got Wi-Fi under the bridge. Who is? Hey, Flay, my hamster called. Um, Died in February 20th. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Yeah, that's miserable when you lose a pet. Pets give you like undying love, and it sucks when you lose them because you never feel like you gave your pet enough. That was one of the things with my dog. I don't know what more I could have given him, but at the same time, when he died, I was like, I feel like I never did I didn't like appreciate him enough. It sucks. Too little shrooms, maybe. Do a kiss flip. What the hell is a kiss flip? Okay, my bad. What do you mean you're bad? No, that's all right. Listen, you called me out, Puckok. It's fine. You could call me out, but I'll let you know. My hands are right here. You live in the North Shore or the South Shore? North Shore. I am a North Shore guy. Um, you know what it is? I could never see myself living on the South Shore. Couldn't do it. I feel like it's North Shore or die, in my opinion. No, I'm just kidding. I know a lot of good people in the South Shore. South Shore's got the better beaches too, but I'm a North Shore guy. The guy who was talking about your hat. Oh, he's fine. I don't care. Talk all the shit you want. I was accused of stabbing a kid with a pencil, and the principal didn't believe me whenever I didn't do it and told him tough nut to crack. Tried sending me to court. Damn. So you just got accused of something and they pretty much jumped to the conclusion you did it? Christopher, what's up, man? How are we? North Shore of Hawaii. No. North Shore, Long Island. Um, Long Island, a little bit more beautiful than Hawaii, if you ask me. Can we order food to your hat? I don't know. I've never tried it. I grew up north, but now I live on the South Shore. Nice, Mad Rush. I'm not going to ask you where because I don't want you to dox yourself, but I'm a North Shore, Suffolk County guy. I love the North Shore. I think it's like both sides have good stuff to them. I think the South Shore is cool. Like I said, the beaches are far better on the South Shore. It's not even close. But yeah, it's cool. Sure out Lily Lovelickens? Jeez. Yeah. Orange looks good on you. Thanks, Inez. Usually I would think nothing really looks good on me, so I appreciate that. What if you call for food, but you say your name is Hat? I don't think that would work. I think if I said, hey, like I ordered food and I have a giant hat on, that could probably work. I was at a business tournament this weekend and we got hella high last night. We straight up went to the 22nd floor of the hotel and got knocked on every door. There was other business kids at. Go to shit like that is great. Like when you're on a business tournament and there's other kids in the business tournament at the hotel. You got to go fuck with them. That's the best thing to do. 8-year-old with a beard. Damn, bro. Been to Oyster Fest on October. Oyster Fest in Oyster Bay? I was there. Mad Rush. We might have crossed paths. Oyster Fest is one of my favorite things. It's one of the best things going on Long Island. Or are you talking about the Oyster Fest? Is that the one in Montauk? Because their teachers put tape on the door to make sure we don't sneak out past corp. Oh my God! Wait, that's electric. That's hilarious. Go to like the fucking with their curfew and getting them in trouble. That's amazing. Jersey Shore. I like the Jersey Shore. I'll be there next weekend. I will actually be on the Jersey Shore. Friday I'm leaving. I'm fired up. Do you trade crypto? I used to, AS. I don't do it anymore because I think it's too volatile. I sold all my crypto and got out, but I made a ton of money on fucking Dogecoin, Solana, and actually I still have Stellar Lumens. What am I talking? I don't like move it around as much. I still have a lot of Stellar Lumens. I've held on to that, but Solana made me so much fucking money. Same with Dogecoin. I got into the Dogecoin route when it was like 2021 when it was really fucking taking off. Yeah, Flay, you look young. How old are you? I'm 32. I am not young at all. Pray for Bigfoot families as they travel during this difficult time, leaving footprints. That's great. I'm 32 years old. I am not young by any means. I guess I have like a youthful energy to me a little bit, but No, I am old. I am breaking down. My body is fucking destruction. My friend has a girlfriend. Hell yeah. Oyster Bay. Oh, nice. Mad Rush. So we might have crossed paths. Who knows? I was at Oyster Fest this Saturday. Teddy's best bar on Long Island, in my opinion, on Oyster Fest. Ton of fun. What are your thoughts on The Simpsons foreshadowing disasters? It's kind of insane that like they foreshadowed like so many things, Nate. It is insane when you look at it how well they've predicted everything. Once in Jersey, Mad Rush. I'm actually going. I'm meeting up with my mom because she's my mom's in Virginia, so we're meeting up in Atlantic City. I said Jersey Shore just so I don't sound like a scumbag saying Atlantic City. But we're going for the MAC tournament, the MAAC tournament. My mom is an alumni of Manhattan College, and they will be there for the MAC. They might not. They might not be there very long because they're not very good. So I'm meeting her in I will be meeting her there, and we're gonna have a weekend of hanging out in Atlantic City and watching college basketball. But you remember Museum Orangey? I don't. I'll be right back. Going to grab a snack. Don't say you're old. You look young. Don't give yourself a bad comment. You look, you do look on young, even though you're 32. You know what it is, Christopher? I don't like to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I'll tell you, I'm 32. Like I'm a little bit up there in age, but I feel like I have that youthful exuberance. I've seen a lot. I like to tell people my age because like I've been through it all. I've seen it all, man. At 32, you see a ton of shit, man. So I feel like it kind of like I like to tell you guys that because then I could like if I give you advice on something, I'm not just some like if you think I'm 25, I'm not just some like kid that's like I've been through the fucking ringer, dude. Oh wow, it's a pretty big hat. Or you have a very wee head. I have a little bit of both there, Slip. It's a little bit of a small head, big hat situation. Atlantic City is fun. I'm looking forward to it, Mad Rush. Like I said, it's kind of like a midway point between me and my mom. So I'm excited. I think blue would look really good on you because of your hair color, not being weird. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I look good in anything, Inez, but I appreciate that. Wear that hat to Oyster Fest and we'll talk. I should wear it to Oyster Fest. Maybe next year. If I look, here's the thing. If for some reason the stream ever takes off, which like I do this for fun, honestly, I do the stream, I hang out and talk to you guys because I enjoy the hell out of this. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do. If the stream ever takes off and for some reason I become like, some big time fucking streamer, I'll absolutely wear this to Oyster Fest and I will be there every year. Um, my friend is Mason. He has a girl. Fuck yeah, good for Mason. Museum RNG, we talked about it a while ago. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that like that a game thing? Aggressive top, Tom top, what? I'm 91 and still take that honey oil and clap the wife's cheeks. What's your point, son? There you go. You see, you got that youthful exuberance too, Quentin. Good for you. Hey, I want you to remove the hand so you see your hair. Remove the hat. Remove the hat through. Remove the hot. What? I mean, I've taken my hat off on stream, but I'm just not doing it right now. Oh, fuck. There we go. I'm trying to crack my neck. But yeah, Atlantic City next weekend. I will be at the MAC tournament, as I call it, the Stuttering MAC, the MAAC. I'm very excited. You should get a Long Island Ducks hat. Dude, the Long Island Ducks are, who bought them? Like the Texas Rangers bought them or something? I'm interested to see what happens with them. Uh, but I have some Long Island Ducks gear. I had some gear from back in the day. I still have like the little quacker, like the little, like the thing that like makes the duck noise when you blow into it. It just doesn't work anymore. Used to love to see hockey games at Arena. What, at the Coliseum? Dude, the Coliseum, I fucking grew up there, Mad Rush. Like, me and my dad used to go to like 20 games a year. So, a little bit of a background about me as a Long Island and a sports fan guy. My grandfather worked at Belmont Park. My grandfather was in the horse industry, the horse business, owned horses for a little bit. And he would be at Belmont Park every day because that was his job. Like, he worked, he was some sort of executive at Belmont Park. And one of the guys he knew there had season tickets everywhere, like legitimately had season tickets, for the Mets, the Islanders. Well, the Mets and Islanders were the two big ones. So we would get tickets to like 20, 30 Islander games a year. And I used to be at Met games. Like we used to go like every other night to the Met games. and we sat like right on the dugout. So I've been to so many fucking games, especially the Islanders. The Coliseum was like my second home. It was amazing. But Shea Stadium, I was probably there more than most kids my age because my grandfather would get these tickets all the time. Big hat, hell yeah, chosen. Come on, what's going on? I'll let Christopher go. He wants me to take the hat off. It's all right, man. Say less. Oh, I'll say as much. I'll say it all, man. Like seriously, what do you mean? The hell are you talking about, man? You'll say less. Like seriously. Uh oh, guys. Are we humans or are we human? I wasn't expecting. What is that at? Is that a killer song? Flay, it's 1:30 in the fucking morning. I have to sneak downstairs to open all my fucking cabinets to grab myself a snack. Make sure my parents do not hear me, otherwise I'm in deep shit. All right, all right, all right. Shh, guys. Gotta be careful. Shh. Right, that is a killer song, right, Timmy? I thought so. Great song. I love the Killers. Big fan. How's the gym mark going, Flay? Not bad. I've actually lost a couple pounds. I have dropped a little bit of weight. Not as much as I would like to. I need to get down for the summer. Um, I fucked myself up a little bit. My shoulder's not in great shape right now, but I've been doing a lot more like cardio. I've been like hitting the fucking treadmill. I'm feeling good. I touched myself to you, and why is your hat so big? What? Wait a minute, Jamal. So Poison and Motley Crue at Collision at the Coliseum. Red or black? Ooh, tough. We'll go black. I always go black. You could scream. I don't give a fuck. It's called the volume knob on the side of my phone. Yeah, TBR. I was fucking around, dude. Obviously, you don't have the sound all the way up if you're sneaking around your house. I was like, guys, let's be quiet. Of course, you're not gonna walk around the house with the volume all the way up, dude. I would hope you wouldn't if you're trying not to get caught. It's a big ass hat. Yeah, I ordered an extra large, and this is what happened. They sent me this fucking monstrosity. But who was asking the question before? Somebody asked me something sports wise, and I forget. Oh no, Goated asked me about the gym mark. Yeah, I've been like really focusing up. Goated. I've been trying to eat less. Yesterday got kind of fucked me up because I was running around the city for St. John's, so I ate a little bit, but I'm trying to eat less. I think the biggest thing is that like I've cut down my portions a little bit. I lost about 5 pounds this week, so we're doing okay. I'm trying to drop about 15. No, I put my phone under my pillow. That works too. Museum RNG is a game that you can open the menu and truckloads and buy. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Your phone has a volume knob like an analog cell phone, like a knob. Criminally undersized hat. Yeah, I wish I had a bigger one. This may be a little psychotic, but to motivate me working out to absolute failure, I give my gym to my phone while playing high frequency static noises on full volume and reach failure. Get my phone back. Been doing it a couple weeks now. You know what, go to whatever works for you, man. I don't think anything's psychotic if it helps you work harder. Like I used to do shit all the time. Like my thing was always like I would like anything that gets you fucking fired up. I would come out to like the trumpets, like Edwin Diaz's song. Like I would pop out of the locker room like I was coming into the game, and that was my thing for a little bit. I stopped listening to music. I stopped putting music on. So like I would more I stopped putting music on. So I'd stop picking up my phone to change songs. Like I would like leave my phone in the locker room and not listen to music because then it would just force me to like focus up. Um, Misspelled it, but you gave my gym bro my phone. I was gonna say I didn't know what you meant. You gave your gym your phone. Like I thought you meant you left it at the front desk. Someone just sent a flower. Brian did. Thanks for the flower, Brian. Appreciate that. But yeah, go to whatever motivates you in the gym, man. It's nothing. Oh shit, I'm at 1%. Fuck. You could fit a stereo inside that hat. You could fit one of those little JBL ones. But yeah, go to whatever works for you, man. If it's something that gets you fired up and moving, that whatever it is, man. Like I said, for a little bit I was listening to like podcasts, so I wouldn't change the songs. But then I stopped music entirely, like because I just felt like I would focus up and get my fucking work done. So I'd get out like, if I'm on my phone and like I'll look at my phone and then I have like 4 like texts or something, I'm answering the text. I'm like, fuck, I just wasted 2 minutes of my life. Like I stopped even bringing my phone out with me and just like, either connect it to my headset and just not skip any songs or not listen to music at all. Did you like the tons of snow we got? So sick of the cold, hoping for spring soon. Mad rush. I work. Um, I work a lot when it snows, so I fucking hate the snow. And I think I can't wait for this cold weather to end. This has been a miserable winter. I'm trying to figure out if the green hat or the orange hat is the gayest. I'm thinking the orange one is gayer. Well, when you figure it out more, just let me know so I could start wearing the other one a little bit more. Today I got the Jesus Bible 1 and 5. Jeez. Do you have any more craxatives? I quit everything to go hard at the gym. No alk, no cigs, no weed. See, that's good. That's the thing. That the gym motivates you for everything, man. Because once you start seeing results, you want to stop doing things that fuck those results up. Like I stopped drinking pretty much. I had a beer last night just because like I was out with my friends and like I haven't seen them in a while, so I had like a Guinness, but I didn't drink much. Um, I felt bad even like halfway through it. I'm like I shouldn't be doing this, but it's bigger than like I've completely, I've taken a step back. I haven't completely quit alcohol, but I'm not gonna drink for a while after that. Dude, shit like that. Like you stop drinking, you stop smoking, you stop doing things that'll affect your time at the gym. I think that's big. Mamdani blast Trump for attacking Iran. I mean, Mamdani, like, I don't know, man. I don't dislike the guy. I just feel like he doesn't really have a pulse of a lot of things. No weed, Snoop Dogg's running for you. Dude, I haven't smoked weed in years because I get drug tested for work, and B, I used to get bad highs. Um, but Irish King, I'm with you on that. Quit weed, feel so much better, more clear, just do my vape. I had to quit weed because I had really bad highs. Like I would start thinking about things that I shouldn't be thinking about while I was high. And it really like it made the process not fun. Now I get drug tested for work anyway, so I won't do it again. Jeff Parker, what's up, man? How the fuck are we? Are your thoughts gayer in the orange hat or the green one? I'd say equally gay, Morts. I think like I think the same level of gay in either hat. Doesn't really change. I'm pretty consistent whichever hat I have on. It would be funny if like I had two different personalities with the hat. Mad Rush, you got it all backwards, big dog. Listen, for some people like Goated, you tell me all the time, like you smoke weed because it relaxes you. Like you smoke weed because it helps you with things. I think weed does different things for different people, and I don't necessarily think weed is a bad thing for me. Weed fucked me up because I would just get all fucking paranoid. But to each their own. Should weed be legal in all 50 states? I mean, I don't think weed's bad. I think it should be legal. I think like if you want to smoke weed, you should smoke weed. I think like I don't think there's anything wrong with weed. I think for a lot of people, it has its benefits. It relaxes people. It stops anxiety. I think there's a lot of good things with weed. Um, hey Flay, any other device you have? Search up 7-5-24 New York Mets game. What game was that, TBR? Because if you tell me what game it was, I'll probably remember it. 7-5-24. The 2024 season was one of the most fun seasons I ever had as a Met fan. Love the big hat. Thanks, Mad Rush. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Consistency. Yeah, you got to stay consistent more. I'm not going to sit here and become a different person. Mets at Pirates. We win it to it. Just look up the final score really fast. I don't have another device to look at it, and my PC's on the other side of the room, so I don't feel like getting up. Mets Pirates in 2024. Was that the game with Taiwan? Was that the game when Taiwan Walker got ejected in the first round? In the first inning? Or was that like 2022? Am I like way off? I would have to keep doing it all day, and I got lazy and stopped doing housework, and now I have more energy. See, that's the thing, Mad Rush. Like I said, to some people, weed, like some people do weed, smoke weed, and it's not a good thing. It's not beneficial. Then to other people, they smoke weed and it relaxes them, and it's a good thing. I think it's to each their own. That was the Pirates franchise history tying game. Oh my God. I don't remember that game. I can't say I do. It's probably because it was such a bad Mets game that I just didn't watch it. Or was that the game? Did Jacob Stallings hit a walk-off home run in that game? Am I thinking of the correct game? I don't know. Like maybe he hit a walk-off grand slam off of Edwin Diaz. Was that the game? That's crazy. No, Pirates won 14-2. Okay, never mind. Wrong game. Yeah, then I probably forgot it because I probably turned it off in like the third inning. But yeah, no, listen, Mad Rush. I think the thing about weed is like some people condemn it, but I think every person has their own thing when it comes to smoking weed. Like Some people smoke it, it keeps them going, it keeps them relaxed, it keeps them like, grounded a little bit. Like for me, it just didn't work out because I would smoke weed and start thinking about all the things I should be doing instead of smoking weed. Like, because I'm a fucking like I would get like more anxiety while I was high, and it fucked me up. Like it didn't work for me. For some people, it's the opposite. They like it gives them that idea of like, all right, like, the world like my life is like I'm running around like crazy all the time. Now I can seriously relax and sit here and really enjoy myself for a little bit. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with weed. I think to some people it's better. It's the same thing with alcohol, man. The same thing. Like legitimately. Like there's people who drink that like, they can go out, have a couple beers and have a good time. That's good. That's good for them. Like there's some people who drink and they can't stop. They drink because they're chasing that feeling and it ruins their life. It was pretty awesome because I got the 7 home runs, Pirates and City Connect, Alonso and Skeens. Nice. It sounds like yeah. I mean, I'm gonna see Paul Skeens on opening day. The Mets are playing the Pirates on opening day. That's why I get all my shit done first. Yeah, see, go to like you do that. You get all your stuff done, and then you relax and chill and smoke your weed. That's great. Went to a Yankee game and sat back of home base. So cool. Had guys go get food for us. The Yankees do a great job with that. Like I said at a game, City Field's the same thing. If you sit behind the plate, you could order food to your seat. It's pretty cool. But I like going to get the food because I like getting up and walking around the stadium. Bro, the feeling of melting into the couch, radiating high as shit, watching old school with my friends last night was top 3 peak feelings ever. I gotta say, Goated, some of the best times I ever had, some of like the best, most relaxing moments is exactly what you're talking about. Like, I'm not gonna say like, weed fucked me up every single time. When I was smoking in college, same thing. I would smoke weed and me and my buddy would just sit there and watch the fucking Twilight Zone in our room. Like, and it was so funny because like we would just sit there and just like melt away to like the crazy fucking Twilight Zone videos. Like, awesome. It's a peak thing that I remember. It's a peak feeling. We used to like enjoy the hell out of it, man. It used to fuck us up too. Made me tired and fall asleep and had to keep smoking and got nothing done all day. See, that's the thing, Mad Rush. Like for you, it was not beneficial. For a guy like Goated, it is. Flay looking just okay today. Pacific Northwest. How the fuck are we, my guy? Okay, is it time for porn? Do whatever you want, man. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm not going to say you shouldn't. If you want to go watch porn, you'll watch porn. Whatever you want to do. Watch Half Baked. Dude, Half Baked is one of my favorite movies ever. It's such an underrated movie and does not get enough credit for how fucking funny it is. Like, holy shit. That movie is peak fucking Dave Chappelle. Like, unreal movie. Like, the actors in that movie are so funny. Tommy Boy's a great movie, too. Love Tommy Boy. I think Tommy Boy's another one that doesn't get enough credit. It's a shame that Chris Farley died so young, man, because he was so damn funny. Every single thing he did was 10 out of 10 hilarious, but like clearly like things weren't going well for him and it sucks. But Half Baked is one of my favorite movies ever. It does not get enough credit for how fucking funny it is. Every single second of that movie has me in stitches. Whew. First Cheech and Chong movie was great too. Yes, I watched that movie with my dad. I remember my dad making me watch that movie, and that movie was fucking great. That's so big it gives shade to the entire neighborhood. Cheech and Chong movie where Paul the Man, I love my favorite scene. Dude, it's so fucking good. Like I said, I watched that movie with my dad. He made me watch it after all these years, and I was like, I don't know why I should have, like, I wish I would have seen this years ago. You Don't Mess with the Zohan, another great movie. A lot of good movies. What about that one movie, The Grown Ups that died at age 20? That one kid from the movie Grown Ups that died at age 20. I don't know who you're talking about. We're parked, man. Oh my god, dude. Like, fucking Tommy Chong is, like, his comedic timing is so fucking good as that character, and him being that character in that 70s show is so fucking funny. Like, dude, that's how I first got introduced to Tommy Chong, and that's how I first got introduced to that character. Like, when Cop came to their car and Cheech and Chong was great. It's so good. Like, those guys are so fucking funny, man. But him being that same character from the movie in that 70s show is so fucking funny to me. Like, that was my first taste of Tommy Chong. When my favorite scene in that 70s show with him was when when they find the El Camino in the garage, and he's like, And he doesn't know where it came from. And he goes, "Do you think it's mine?" And they're like, "Oh, well, the license plate does say Leo's, man." And he goes, "No, I meant the car, man." Like, shit's so fucking good. Or when uh, or when they find out that he's a veteran, like that shit. Oh, so good, dude. He's like an electric fucking character and everything, and that character just fucking is so funny. Like just Tommy Chong in general. His name is Cameron Boyce. Oh, I did hear about that. I don't know anything. I forgot about that. Oh God, I gotta film a video after this. I gotta like, I've been slacking. I gotta get my shit together. But I'm enjoying the stream. We're having a good conversation tonight. I love this. We're talking about old movies. We're talking about fucking Cheech and Chong. I wouldn't say I'm tired. I just gotta. I've been sleep, dude. I slept all day. Lately, I've been craving a blast off the bong, but I came this far. I can't go back. Hey, Irish King. That's a good way to be, man. You know, like you think last night, like I said, I had a beer, and I was upset about it. I'm upset about it today that I even had the beer. But I was with a bunch of my buddies that I haven't seen in a while. I was like, fuck it, I'll have a beer. You know, we went to the St. John's game, and I ate it. I hated that I did it. But it's a good way to be. One beer is not going to kill me, so it is what it is at the end of the day. And I'm not even like an alcoholic or anything. It means I just don't like drinking. It makes me take a step back on everything. What about Multiplicity? What do you mean? Is that a movie? I've never heard of it. Also, like to be fair, I kind of stopped watching movies recently because I watch sports all the time, and I'm very behind on like the new movies and shit. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm like very behind when it comes to like movies and TV. Like people ask me like about Stranger Things all the time. I've never watched a second of it. I've never watched Stranger Things. So like there's that. There's like the Game of Thrones and stuff. I just like I'm always doing something. I'm either like filming shit. Oh, it came out in the '90s. I never saw it. Who's in it? I've actually never heard of that movie. There's a lot of things I need to catch up on, but for the most part, like I'm always like filming stuff. I'm always like filming for my other channels and this channel I'm streaming and like what I need to start doing is streaming more here, but like I spend a lot of time filming for the other channels. Like I need to start getting on here at like 6 o'clock and then just like streaming till like 9, then filming for the other two and then doing another stream. We'll figure that out. I'll get the schedule going. But I enjoy this. This is my fucking favorite thing to do is stream and talk to you guys. Michael Keaton. Yeah, never heard of it. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Michael Keaton movies, but I know he's a good actor. So I'll have to look into that. Dude says he's going to stream earlier. Never does. I mean, tonight was different. I slept all day, tennis. Today was a blur. I had to go pick up my car at the train station, too. So that was fucking annoying. Stop drinking makes me tired after I get so drunk, sat on the floor in the bathroom by myself. It's never a good thing. That's why like I don't drink as much. But I left my car at the train station last night because I ended up. Oh, listen. I know Michael Keaton was obviously the Batman. Like I'm aware of Michael Keaton. I know who he is, but like I can't say I've seen a lot of Michael Keaton movies. I was on my shit PlayStation all day. Damn. How'd your Saturday bets go? Be honest. Tennis. They went good. I I won with St. Joe's in the morning. I had 4 games yesterday. I went 2-2. Won St. Joe's in the morning. Lost Towson at 2 o'clock. That sucked. They won by 4, and I had them 4.5. Alabama A&M, I lost, and then I won with St. Mary's. My biggest bet of the day was St. Mary's at the end of the night. So I ended up up probably about like $120. Worked out great for me. So I'll take it. Um, but I went 2-2 yesterday. That was Alabama A&M was a big time disappointment. But St. Mary's, I was all over all day. Yeah, hey, it works out, man. You know, you have good days and bad days. But St. Mary's was the one. I was like, the public's gonna love Gonzaga. You know, Gonzaga's the big name. Everybody's like Gonzaga, Gonzaga, Gonzaga. Waited till the end of the day. Waited till it was about like 10 minutes to game time. They went up to 3.5. I'm like, fuck it. I'm taking St. Mary's. I'm hammering them. So it worked out great. Um, St. Mary's is one of those teams. Like when I look at college basketball, I like to look at teams that play good defense in the paint, get good shots, and rebound. And St. Mary's checks all three of those boxes. They're a team. Who asked me earlier? Goated asked me like teams that I think are sleepers. St. Mary's is a big sleeper in this tournament. They are very good. They could play with anybody. They play really good defense. They rebound with everybody. I left Mississippi because I owed the bookie a lot. Damn. I won't tell them that you're here. Um, it's tough, man. I used to do like bookies. I used to have an offshore, but I can't do that. Like, I don't do that anymore just because, like, not that I was bad with it, but like the security of like, you don't have to pay the bookie till the end of the week is you can end up running up a credit that you're not prepared to pay. I think it's just dangerous. That's why, as much as I hate that sports betting's legalized, I think these like legalized sports books, they do a great job with where you have to put the money in ahead of time and you can't use money you don't have. Flay, do you have a Discord? I do. I'll put the link in the bio. How much you like tennis? Been to Busch Gardens to watch matches. I love tennis. I gotta say, Mad Rush, I grew up with tennis because my grandmother was a big tennis fan. I'm telling a lot of stories tonight. Me and Flay meeting at the U.S. Open this year. I will be at the U.S. Open this year. I've been only once in my life, and I need to go back. So 100% JMU, like James Madison. So anyway, tennis. Who was I talking to about this? Oh, Mad Rush. So my grandmother was a massive tennis fan, and like obviously I grew up a huge sports fan. So like all I did was watch sports. I love sports in general. And my grandmother wasn't the biggest sports fan, but like loved tennis. She was a massive tennis fan. So, and I'm not saying like I didn't get along with my grandmother, but it was a way for me and her to bond more than we already did. Was she would be up at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning watching the Australian Open, right? Like Australian Open every single night. When it was on, like she'd be up at 2 in the morning watching it. U.S. Open, whatever, Wimbledon, French Open. That was her shit. She would watch it all the time, and I would watch it with her because I'm like, here we go. Now I have a thing to talk to my grandmother about is watching sports. So that's how I got super into tennis, like the Federer, Djokovic, Nadal era. Like I would watch tennis religiously because I was with my grandmother, who was just obsessed with tennis. She was an obsessive tennis fan. So that's how like me and my grandmother would get along. Is we got along. Like she was a great woman. Like I'm not saying that, but like that was something we would watch together was just all these tennis events. So I got into tennis because of it. That's true. What you deposit is what's there. No borrowing, and they do allow credit cards, which is dangerous too. Dude, Irish King, I can't believe I never used a credit card on there because I didn't even know you could, and let alone it's like how dangerous it is. I can't believe they even allowed that. And I remember seeing somebody on Twitter. I was like, when I think like 3 states, I think the state of Virginia banned the credit card use on sports books. And somebody's like, well, how am I supposed to gamble now? I'm like, if you have to use a credit card to gamble, you shouldn't be gambling in the first place. It's so fucking dangerous. And like, I have different, I've like, when I look at sports books and stuff, I have different, thoughts on it. Like, for one, like, I think they're very predatorial. I think, like, with all these boosts, these parlay boosts and all this shit they do, is just taking advantage of people that don't know what they're doing. And, like, I think the legalized books are, like, the reason they're in business is because a lot of people that do it don't know what they're doing and don't know how to do things the right way. I think it's a very predatorial system. I think there's some good things. Like I said, like you said, there's no credit. There's no like, you can't run up a crazy fucking bill and not be able to pay it. The money in, it's money in, money out. It's only money that you have now. But again, the credit card thing is insane. Um, I think there's some good things to it. I think there's some bad things to it. What I liked about offshores was you could bet on any game. You could bet on everything. And I was able to control myself. Or if I went down a couple $100, I'd be like, all right, you know what? I'm done for the week. I'll just pay the bookie. I'll pay what I owe him, and then we'll start again next week and like not fucking run up a crazy bill. But I would say it's a little bit more secure betting on a legal sports book where the money goes in before you could bet on it. I think like you could track yourself a little bit better. Um, yeah, but I just feel like these legal sports books are predatory. Like it's very predatorial to people who have problems, and like I've seen it. Can you tell me your Discord right now? I think it's Flay. I think it's 7080 7058 hashtag 7058 Flay. I think that's what it is. I have hit with top 100 players a couple times. They are so good. Like what? You've practiced with them? McEnroe and Tatum. got married in Oyster Bay at St. Dominic's. I remember. That's crazy. I've been to St. Dominic's a couple times. My who got somebody one of my friends got married there, but it's kind of crazy. The casino side of it added to the sports books. That's how they get you. Oh yeah, well, Irish King, 100%. Like the fact that that's even a thing. Like again, I think it's fun once in a while if you're on the sports book, you play a little blackjack. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You play a little bit of, but problem is there's people that can't control themselves. Like a guy like you, Irish King. You tell me like you go on there, you win a bet, you fuck around a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like fucking around and like playing casino games. The problem is there's people that will sit there and bet, bet, like, oh, I'm down $100. Like, let me get it back. I'll keep playing roulette. And it's like, you have that access 24/7 to like such a terrible thing. It's not good. But like somebody who, can control themselves, it can be a fun thing to do once in a while. Hey, you know what? I'll throw $10 in and see what happens. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But to some people, they can't control themselves. Do you know who Jim is? Which Jim? Have you been to a college basketball game? I've been to a few this year, Irish King. I've actually been to a lot more this year than most years. My other channel, Flay Bets, I've documented a couple of the games I went to. It not work. I'll look it up after TBR. Like I've been to a bunch of basketball games this year. I went out to Omaha. I went to a Creighton game, which was pretty cool. I've been to 3 St. John's games. I've been to 3 St. John's games. I went to an American University game and a George Washington game while I was in DC. And I'll be at the MAC tournament next week, the Stuttering MAC, the MAAC in Atlantic City. So I'm fired up. I've been to a bunch of college basketball games this year. But yeah, my Flay Bets account, I documented some of those. Can you go to computer and type in on Discord Bucksaw 1? I just don't want to get up right now. No. But March Madness, dude. I'm fired up, Irish King. Dude, we were talking about this before. Are there any teams that, like, I was talking with Godin, and he made a good point that, like, Belmont's a pretty good sleeper team. There's a couple teams I like St. Mary's is one that I think can make a little run, Virginia. But I think other than that, the big three, like the Arizona, Michigan, Duke, one of those 3 teams is going to win it all. And I think Arizona's the best of the 3, but we'll see. I'm excited. It's going to be a great tournament. I do not have high hopes for my Johnnies. I hope St. John's can make a run, but I don't have high hopes. We will see. You on TTV? I am. On Twitch? Yes. It's Flay on Twitch. Twitch.tv/It's Flay. I'm actually going to be streaming over there in about 10 minutes because I got to film a video for Gaming with Flay. So, yes, I do have a Twitch account. That's fun, dude. I gotta say, like, I've been doing the stuff with Gaming with Flay, and I'm having a great time with that too. I'm just trying to do, like, I figured at this point, anything I do, I feel like I could just film, and like when I travel, like when I'm playing video games, when I'm fucking around and just playing games, I'm like, I might as well film every fucking thing I do and see what happens. So, I'm trying to go all in on this content thing and create something out of it because I'm having such a good time. Especially this, like the streams are the best thing ever. Like sitting here talking to you guys, I have so much fun doing this shit. You Irish having corned beef this year? Huntington has good bars there. I was in Huntington last night, Mad Rush. I actually when I got on the train, so I live close enough to Huntington where Huntington is my main that's my main going out place. So yeah, I love Huntington. Great area. You have TikTok? I do. That's Souffle on TikTok. I have so many different things that are like puns with Flay, like Soufley. Oh man, but yeah, Mad Rush. Huntington's like my go-to. I fucking love that area. Best bar in Huntington. In terms of Huntington, my favorite bar used to be Rust and Gold. It's gotten young, so I don't go there anymore. And not to mention, I don't drink as much, so I don't go anyway. But, no, Huntington's a great area. I love that fucking, it's sick. I've been going there since I was 21. Man. I've always told people, like, if you ever take a trip to New York City, and you're looking to get out of the city for a day, you're looking to take a day trip, I've always said take the train and go to Huntington. Take the train. It's like an hour. Take the LIRR. It drops you off right by downtown, and you go to the bars and just walk around the bars in Huntington like during the day. It's a great time. You take the train right back into the city. Drops you off right in the Manhattan. Wish I'd start on the North Shore, but a house there is now going to take so long to get home. I mean, yeah, Mad Rush, it's tough, man. Like, I live on the North Shore, and it's really, like, it's hard. I'm really having a, like, not that I'm having a tough time, like, paying the bill, but it's like every year, everything's getting more and more expensive, where it's like your dollar's just not going as far anymore. And I've had thoughts of leaving Long Island just because I can't afford it. It's really, like, not, again, not that I can't afford it. It's more so if I could like find a way to do the stuff that I'm doing here somewhere else and like live a little bit better, I have to look into it. You know, at some point. I live on my own. A cool profile photo on TikTok for Flay. You like that? You know what, TBR? I made like a meme with that, and I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna run with it and make it my profile picture. So I ran with it. Um, it's just it's getting hard to live here. It really is. Like it's just every day things are getting more and more expensive. But I love Long Island. I love everything about it. I wish I could stay here forever, but um, I'm single. The only thing I have here is my sister lives here, and she lives in a group home. But I would move close enough. Thank you. I would move close enough where I could get back here all the time. But like I was thinking, if anything, if I'm gonna move anywhere, it's probably gonna be like East Pennsylvania or like Connecticut. Um, We bought a new house near the water. Should have stayed on the North Shore. It's nice here. Have beach nearby. Yeah, Mad Rush. I don't blame you. Like the South Shore, the beaches down there are, like I said, are a million times better than up here. It's not even close. Like if you're going to the beach on Long Island, you got to go to the South Shore. Like the sound is just miserable on the North. Like I, like the closest beaches to me, without giving away my location, are like I got like Crab Meadow and like those beaches up there, they're horrible, horrible beaches. But that's hold on. I got all sorts of phlegm. But that's why I also that holy hell, like I'm stuffed up right now. That's why it makes sense that Huntington's my close location if you know the area at all. But yeah, I don't like the North Shore is just it's so expensive nowadays. Everybody lives on the North Shore. I feel like I mean not everybody that lives on the North Shore that I talk to, like you know, it's just becoming unaffordable. Um, the South Shore, the problem with the South Shore is, yeah, it's like probably easier, like more, less expensive, but the weather, every time there's like crazy weather, we've been getting crazy weather over these years. Like the South Shore, like floods every single time it gets crazy. And it's just hard. Like, I don't know how you guys do it down there. Like the South Shore is like going underwater every time there's a big, massive storm. It sucks. I hate to see it because it's so beautiful down there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off for the night because I'm gonna go film a video for Gaming with Flay. It'll be on Twitch. It's Flay if you guys want to go hang out there too. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm a mess right now. Think if I move to Tennessee, Pigeon Forge. Tennessee's not a bad area. Tennessee would be cool as hell. But guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for